what is this branch and bound? So as the name says, for a particular problem, it is going to find out the different solutions that it has, and it is also going to bound. Yes. Now, when we say that we need to have the branches, so we are talking in terms of a feasible solution and optimal solution. So when we were talking about the backtracking, there was nothing like an optimal solution we were looking at. We were always looking at what all solutions we have. Yes. So feasible solution that satisfies all the constraints of the problem, and optimal solution is one of the feasible solution which have the best value of the objective function. And branch and bound initially was meant only for minimization problem. That means to find the minimum value. So minimization problem can be, any maximization problem can be changed to minimization problem with a negative sign. Okay, so we'll look at that a little later. So let's see what this branch and bound require additionally from your backtracking. So one thing that it requires is that you should have a bound on the best value of objective function. So whatever objective function that you define, yes, the constraint that you designed for which the objective have to be met. Like for a knapsack problem, the objective is to have the maximum profit, and constraint is that WIXI, or the weight that we are putting for each of the element into the knapsack, should be lesser than the given. Yes, lesser than or equal to the given. So at every branch, we need to find out a bound on the best value of that objective function that is obtained by adding the further components to that particular node. So if we are saying that this is my state space tree, yes, at any given point, we want to find out what is the, yes students, so we were talking about branch and bound. So what we were saying here was that at any given node, what we want to find out is what is the bound on the best value that we can have at that particular node if we have to consider the other components also. Yes, so we need to have some function. So I need to find out what is the objective function value here. So I need to have some best value of this function considering what all different choices I can have, as well as value of the best solution so far. So if I'm working on this, I should know what is the best solution so far from these nodes. So if I have a best solution here, so I know that I cannot achieve a best solution here. So these nodes will not be examined, or it will not be tracked. And then what we are going to do is we are going to prune. Next thing that makes branch and bound different from backtracking is, in backtracking, we follow a depth first search, whereas in branch and bound, we actually look at all the branches at that level at one time. So we will find out the solution for these three, and from the three, whichever looks like more promising node, a node that have a better solution at that particular point, that will be examined. I hope that is clear. Okay. Now, at any point of time, we are going to prune or bound a particular node based on three conditions. That means we are going to terminate that search path based on three conditions. First is definitely when the solution is not visible. So it does not meet the criteria for the visibility of the solution. So in that case, we are going to terminate that. Then next one is there is no further choice from that. You have reached towards the end and you have not got the solution, and it is also not the complete solution. So in that case, we are not going to check further. Another one important is, which will actually make our state space tree smaller, is that the value that we are taking at a particular point, the best value is not better than the best solution seen so far. So if I have these two nodes are already pruned, maybe one for feasibility condition, another for no further choice. So for these three nodes, if I have a better solution here, then this will not be searched further. So this path will be terminated. Yes. So this is the main objective, main functionality that will help us to reduce the size of the state space tree. So let's quickly start with the assignment problem. And what is this assignment problem? The assignment problem says that there are n people to whom you are going to assign n jobs, and each of the job is having a cost. So what we want to do is we want to reduce the cost. So it's a minimization problem and we can solve it using branch and bound. So let's take an example. There is job 1, job 2, job 3 and job 4. And these 4 jobs have to be assigned to person 1, person A, person B, person C and person D. Fine. So let's say these are the values that are given. So if person A is given job 1, so this is the cost involved. If job 2 is given, this is the cost involved. Job 3 is given, this is the cost involved. And job 4 is given, then this is the cost involved. Fine. So similarly, let's quickly complete this matrix. Okay. Fine. And what we wanted here was we want to find out what is the best solution at each of the state, and to start with we need to have the best solution. Yes, so best solution for this case to start is the sum of the smallest values in each of the row. Fine. So for person A, person 2, what can be the smallest values? So we call it as the lower bound on the objective function. That means what is that minimum value? Yes, that will be involved. So in this case, the minimum value in first row is 2, in the second row is 3, and the third row is 1, and in the last row it is 4, which is equal to 10. So we are saying that when we start with our state space tree, the lower bound that we are getting is 10, which is this way. Yes, because we have not selected, but we are saying that to start with, what is the lowest bound that we will have? Now from here, we have 4 choices for the person A. So A is assigned to job 1, A is assigned to job 2, A is assigned to job 3, or A can be assigned to job 4. So if A is assigned to job 1, so in that case, what value we will have for the lower bound? 9, because job 1 is assigned. So job 1 cannot be assigned to any of the 3 persons. So we are not assigning the same job to the other person. So each person get a different job. Although for our lower bound, we have taken this value 3 and 1, but that will not come into the feasible solution when we are actually searching into the state space. So the first one is 9. For the second one, the lowest cost involved here is 3. Yes. And then for the person C, we can say it is 1. Yes. And then 4. Yes. Now, if a feasible solution, so in that case, we will be assigning either job 2 or job 4. So let's say the job 2 is assigned, and for the fourth person, we are assigning the fourth job. So in this case, we will have the value as 24. Now, if we are assigning person A with job 2, so the lower bound will become 2 plus, and the person B will be assigned the job 3. Yes. And next what we are saying is, because right now either we can take these values or we can assume the same case as the smallest value. So let's say in this case we are taking the same values. Yes, so here also we'll take it as the same values. So here it would be only 17. Here it will be 10. So if A is equal to 3, so the lower bound will become 7 plus 3 plus 1 plus 4. Yes, so this will be in this case 15. So if A is equal to 4, here what we will have is 8 plus 3 plus 1 plus 4. So this will be equal to 60. Yes. So from this, so what we have done is, what all possible solutions we have taken a lower bound. That means we have tried to find out the bound on the best value, yes, of the objective function. So objective function is to find the lower bound. Yes, so that is the cost of the assignment of the jobs. So in this case 10 is the smallest, so this node looks more promising than the other because this is a minimization problem. So from here, if A is taken as 2, B can be taken as 1 or 3 or 4. So if A is the second job, then the lower bound is equal to 2 plus B is the sixth one plus 1 plus 4. Yes, so in this case it is 13. In this case, lower bound is equal to 2 plus, we are taking the third job for the second person, person B. So it is 3 plus 1 plus 4. So this is equal to 10. Yes, 2 plus 3 plus 1 plus 4 equal to 10. So if B is equal to 4, in that case what happens is your lower bound is equal to 2 plus 7 because we are giving the fourth job. So 2 and 7 and then 1 plus 4. So this is also equal to 40. Now from this is the most promising one. So from here we will look for C that can be equal to, because 1 and 2 is already assigned. So C is equal to 3. Sorry, B is equal to 3. So C can be equal to 1 or C can be equal to 4. I hope that is clear. Yes. So in this case, if we are moving from here, C is equal to 1. So in that case, you have 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 4 because D is left with only one option. So this is equal to 40. Whereas for this one, if we are taking C as 4, so we have 2 plus 3 plus 8, and we are assigning the first job to the fourth person. So this will be equal to 20. So definitely now this is the most promising one and this is the solution. We don't have a further choice from here. So this is not taken. Now this is the best solution we are saying? No, because this was the best solution then. Yes, this have a lower value. So we will have to branch from here where C is equal to 2 and C is equal to, sorry, C is equal to 3 and C is equal to 4. So what we have here is A we have taken as 2, B we have taken as 1. So C can be 3 and 4. Fine. So if A is equal to 2, so the lower bound value here will be 2 plus B is first, that is 6. This is 1 plus 4 and this is equal to 30. And if it is the fourth one, the person C gets the fourth one. So in that case, it is 2 plus 6 plus 8 plus 9, which is equal to 25. So this becomes our best solution so far. Yes. And from here, because this is more than what we have for the other nodes. Yes. So we said that we are not going to look further for this because this is greater than this value. So these all nodes based on the condition that value of the node is not better than the value of the best solution so far. So this will not be checked. And this is your best solution where you say A is given the job 2, B is given the job 1, C is given the job 3, and D is given the job 4. And the best that you have is the 13. I hope this is clear. Yes. And there is no, in your syllabus, yes guys, for the 0-1 knapsack problem. So we know the knapsack problem, what it says is that we need to maximize the profit, and the criteria is that the weight that goes into the knapsack should be limited by the given. Let's say the given weight or the capacity of the knapsack is denoted by capital W. Yes. And for each of the element, that is xi element, yes, is the fraction of the element that is given. Yes. And for that, what we say is that for this knapsack problem, this value can be, this xi value can be either 0 or 1 because it's a 0-1 knapsack. Yes. And summation of wixi should be less than or equal to capital W. So this is our criteria. And what optimization problem that we need to solve here is that summation of xi, vi. So whatever is the value of each of the element that we are taking. So wi, vi value should be maximized. Yes, we want to maximize this. Now to change into the minimization problem, we want to have this value as the minimum value. I hope that is clear that this is our minimization problem. We want to have this as the minimum possible value. Fine. So we'll look at this as a minimization problem little later. Let's first quickly apply the simple branch and bound method to this. For that, what we assume is Vi or V1 W1 is actually greater than or equal to V2 by W2 is greater than or equal to V3 by W3 and so on till the last Vn by W. So what does this mean? The per unit profit value of that element is greater than the second is greater than the third, and that is greater than the fourth. Yes. So let's quickly see one example where the values that are given to you are the weight values and the profit values. So the weight values are 2, 4, 6, 9, and here the values are 10, 10, and 12, and 80. So Vi by Wi will become here 5, 2.5, 2, and 2. Okay, so this is the values that we are given, that are given to us. So let's say right now we are looking at the maximization problem itself. Yes. So what we want to do is, to start with, we are saying we have not selected any element. So our small w and this V indicates that what is the current weight value into the knapsack and what is the profit value that goes into the knapsack. So initially both are 0. We have not taken any of the element, and the upper bound that is given to us. Now the value of upper bound that we have already known, that we have talked for the greedy approach also, is that the upper bound on selecting any of the element is given as whatever is the current value W minus the current weight value. So whatever is the knapsack capacity left divided by the, multiplied by the next element per unit weight. Yes. So this will become very clear to you when we are working with this state space tree. So the first one, the V value is 0. W value is, let's say for this one, the knapsack capacity is given as 15. So this is 15 minus 0. We have to consider the first element. Yes. And for the first element, Vi by Wi value is 5. Yes. I is equal to 0. We have not selected any element. So the next element that we are selecting is the first element. So this is 5, which is equal to 75. So the upper bound is 75. So after that, we have two choices, with one and without the first element. So when we are choosing the first element, what will happen is the first element is taken. So the weight of the knapsack will become 2 and the value will become 10. So right now we have 10 and the upper bound, the best value that we can have by choosing the next element, because that have the per unit weight as the maximum. So include that as the complete weight value. So now in this case, V is 10 plus 15 minus 2 into 2.5. So that means the remaining 13 capacity into the knapsack is all with the second element, which have the per unit weight as 2.5. So this value will become 10 plus 32.5, which is equal to 42.5. I hope this is clear. Yes, so if we are selecting this, we get 42.5. Now, if we are not selecting the first element, W remains 0 and V also remains 0, and we are going to include the complete element as the second element. Yes, because we are not taking the first element. So this value will become 37.5. So 15 into 2.5 is 37.5. Now it is a upper bound. So previous case was lower bound. In the case of upper bound, we are going to select the more promising node, which is going to give us a better value. So this is the better value. Yes, so we are not going to take this node and branch further. We are going to take this, which will be for when you are going to consider the second element and you are not going to consider the second element. So if you are going to consider the second element, the weight of the knapsack will become 2 and 4 because we have already considered the first element. Yes, so we have already taken up this path where the first element is taken. Now we are saying for the second element. So the weight of the knapsack will become 6 and the value will be 10 plus 10, 20. Now we need to find out here what will happen with the remaining weight. Yes, so 15 minus 6 is 9 and we are going to include the next element completely, which have a per unit weight as profit as 2. So this will become as 38. So right now here the upper bound will become 30. Now without the second element, okay, so the weight value remains 2, profit remains 10 and the upper bound value will be based on which element? The next element, that is the third element, which have the profit per weight value as 2. So right now this will be 10 plus 13 into 2, which is equal to 10 plus 26 equal to 36. So upper bound will be 36. So this is greater. So again we are going to branch into this one. So with 3 and without 3. So with 3, if we are going to include the third element also, the weight value will become 2 plus 4 plus 6. So 2 plus 4 plus 6. We are considering the third element also. So this will become 12 and the profit value will be 10 plus 10 plus 12, that is 32. And now we will consider about the upper bound here. So the upper bound here will be equal to, we have already here 32. Now how much is the weight value that is left? We are left with the 3 and the next element is 2. So this is 32 plus 6, which is equal to 38. So upper bound remain the same as 38. Now what happens with without 3? Yes, so this one weight value was 6, V is equal to 20. But right now, whether we consider this element or this element, it is going to remain the same because the per unit profit value is the same. So the upper bound is 38. So if the two nodes have the same function values, objective function values, then we need to look into both the nodes. So we'll start with this, with 4, without 4. So if we are considering the fourth element, the weight will become as 12 plus 9, 21. W will become 21, which is not a feasible solution. So this node is true. Now for this one, without 4, we will have weight value is equal to 12, and the best solution that we can get here is 32. Yes, because we are not considering the fourth element. So we have considered only till 3. So 32 value. Fine. Now coming back here, with 4 and without 4. With 4, here the weight is 9. 9 plus 6 is 15, which is a feasible one. So it is clearing that criteria. And the value will be 20, 10 plus 10, and then this 18, that is 38. So if you are not considering the fourth element, weight will remain as 6 and your value will also remain as 20. Now let's see what all node values that we have. Yes, so we have here as 32, here it is 38, here it is value as 20, this one is 36, and this one is 37.5. So which one is the maximum one? Because we are looking for the upper bound, so this is the maximum. So this is our solution. All the other nodes will be pruned. The search will be terminated for this, because the solution that they are providing, the upper bound on the solution that they are providing is lesser than the best solution that is already taken so far. Yes. So if you are taking 38 here, it is saying that you will have 38 as the best solution under these branches, and it can have lesser also. It can have no solution, it can have lesser, equal to 38 or 20. Yes, but maximum upper bound is 38. So here upper bound is 36. It cannot have more than 36 if you go through these branches. It cannot have more than 37.5 if you go through the branches of this. So that's why it is pruned. I hope this is clear.